Live now. No, you can't.
Yes, you can.
Oh, guys, I've been trying to figure out how. Oh, look, there we go. There's a filter.
Is that the one you like?
Hi, everyone. I say hi, everyone. There's one person. No, that one makes me look too, done.
This one for me. Right?
You guys, this is so cool that you can go live and look completely like a different person with these filters. It's pretty ridiculous. Hi, everyone. So anyway, it's pretty ridiculous, but I've chosen to use one. Since I'm a new mom, the time is limited. Anyway, I thought I would go live. Well, okay, let's just first acknowledge that I was late for my live, even though I did full-on countdowns. But I'm a new mom, so my brain is very confused. We're going to go live with Eddie in a few minutes, but I thought I would go... Ricardo's first? Yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, God. I literally don't know what I'm doing. We're going live with Ricardo first. And for those of you who are tuning in and don't know who Ricardo is, someone just said, Scorpion! We're not here to talk about Scorpion. I'm sorry. Ricardo is one of my castmates on my new show, Country Comfort. It's been out for about a month and a half, and we just thought we would do some fun fan interaction. Hello from Germany. So I'm going on this for a few minutes before so I can get people on. But yes, so we're going to talk about all things Country Comfort and maybe some things that are not Country Comfort that Ricardo can tell us about. He was on a show on Netflix called, what was it called? Beach something. He'll tell us about it. Malibu Rescue. That's what it was. Does he know that we're live?
Well, he's supposed to go live at 1:30.
Okay, so it's 1:27. My hair looks beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's truly just this filter that I'm using. What is this filter that I'm using? It's this girl named Agnes. She has this crazy, beautiful filter that... my piano's here.
You should tell everybody to watch the show.
Yes. Well, so for those of you who are just joining, we are going to talk about all things Country Comfort. I'm curious to see if anyone's joining who hasn't seen the show. You can stream it on Netflix right now. Did you do your own hair today? Yes, I did. I did a quick iron through it. So all things Country Comfort. My show is, I should say our show, is a little country show about this girl who wants to be a country star, and she gets dumped by her boyfriend. Well, he actually doesn't technically dump her. He kicks her out of the band that they've been working on for years and years and years and replaces her with a younger, more beautiful, blonder lead singer. And so she is in completely distraught, and she decides to get in her car and start driving. This is all the pre-stuff that you don't get to see at the beginning of the series. She gets in her car, starts driving, singing to herself. Her car breaks down, and she is in front of this ranch, and she knocks on the door. There's a big storm happening, and the door opens to the lovely Ricardo, who plays one of the many children that my character becomes a nanny to. You ship Bailey and Bo? I do. So that's kind of the before you see Bailey come into the picture. That's what happens before.
It's like the nanny.
It's like the nanny. Exactly. Well, I don't know, for people who are younger, don't know. Where did you find this filter? I don't know. It was just available as soon as I went live. That was exactly what was available. I'm serious. It's just like, that was what came up. Agnes.
Okay, let's go live.
Okay, we're going to go live. So how do I find this? His request.
Go to request.
I know, I see it here. But I don't see him yet. I can see all the people who are on live. They're probably going, what is she saying? I don't see him yet. Do you see him? I don't. Ricardo, if you're on, send me your request again.
Or add a comment.
And then I can just view request. How come people are requesting to join live with me when I didn't ask them to?
Everybody wants to go live.
I know. I could actually do some fan interaction. I don't see you yet, Ricardo. Should I request him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ricardo. Where are you? There you are. 1 second, guys. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na. Da na. There you are.
Hey, what's up?
Hi.
How are you, Kat?
I'm really good. I'm a little bit mommy brain frazzled. Are you there?
All good.
Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
I said mommy brain frazzled. Did you give me the questions?
Yeah, I
Oh.
have some questions.
I have the voice of God over here that's gonna kind of give us some questions to ask you.
Sounds good. Looking forward.
Yeah?
So
Yeah.
the fans asked,
The fans asked, Ricardo,
what was
Okay.
it like filming during COVID?
what was it like filming during COVID? We could both talk about that.
Yeah. So, filming during COVID was interesting. Kat, we started off the beginning of the year. The first 4 episodes we shot like regular, but then we had to stop halfway through. And when we came back, it was, it was just glad. I was just glad that we were back. And
Yeah.
we had to do a whole bunch of protocol and stuff, but everything was worth it, and everyone was safe.
Yeah. Well, so we had 4 episodes that we did before we even knew about this pandemic, right?
Yeah.
And it was just like life is totally normal. And then remember when Jamie, our co-star Jamie Mann, who plays what's his character's name? I'm so
Brody.
He don't get mad at me, Karen. Karen, our showrunner, is probably watching. I don't remember anything except for my lines. Jamie, remember he had a cold on the last week before we shut down, and we started hearing rumblings of COVID, and we were all like afraid to. I especially was very afraid of him. I was like, "Don't get near me."
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had 4 episodes of totally normal live audiences because we're on a sitcom. For those of you who have seen the show but maybe don't know what that format is like, you have live audiences every Friday night. And then we got shut down for 6 months. And then I came back pregnant. And, right? I came back pregnant. We had some changes there and totally new protocols, masks. The only time we saw each other's faces was when we were rolling. So it was kind of wild, right?
Yeah. Wait, how many months pregnant were you when we got back? Because I honestly did not know.
I tried to keep it on the down low. I think I was almost 5 months pregnant. So I was like 4.5. By the time we finished, I was 6 months pregnant. So I was just really popping towards the end.
Yeah.
In the beginning, I'm wearing all these skimpy outfits, little midriff showing. Then the clothes just got more and more baggy and the colors got darker.
Yeah.
They did a really good job covering it though.
No, they did a great job. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said,
Throw me another question.
Ricardo, it says, "Hi from Argentina. I would love to hear you speak Spanish."
Ooh, yes. So tell us your background.
Well, my background, both my parents are from Nicaragua. Sí hablo español. Mi padres son de Nicaragua y amo a mi comunidad latina. So, yeah, I speak Spanish for sure. Actually, Spanish was my first language. But it's weird because since I've lived in the United States all my life, I was born in Miami, but I grew up in Georgia. It's interesting. You actually start to lose it since you don't practice it. And so since everything I talk English most of the time, I'm starting to lose it. But I got to practice it for sure.
Someone said, "Shut up, he speaks Spanish." It's a real plus.
Yeah,
especially you got that beautiful accent. We gotta have you sing something in Spanish for us. So
yeah,
actually, one of the other questions is that are there also singers, the children on the show?
Oh my gosh, yes. So this is the great thing about our show is that we're a little comedy, but all of our cast members are singers. You play the guitar really well, you sing really, really well. I remember when we screen tested together.
That's right.
And we sang together, remember?
Yeah, I know. And it was crazy because we obviously didn't practice at all. And we just we were grooving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a little go-to Spanish song that you like to, sing for the ladies?
Man, that's a tough one.
Like Bésame Mucho or something?
I like songs from this Mexican band called Maná. Which is, they have a lot of, they're kind of rock, Spanish rock. And so they have En el Muelle de San Blas, which is one of my favorite songs.
Ladies, this accent is so good. You gonna give us a little snippet of it or no?
Man, I'm trying to remember.
I'm sorry, I'm putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you're putting me on the spot.
Don't you want a second season? Give us the music.
And then Muelle de San Blas, something like that. That's how it goes. But
nice.
A little sneak peek.
So this is the only Spanish I know. I mean, song wise. My mom always used to sing "Bésame Mucho." Bésame Bésame mucho. Wait, that's the wrong key. Bésame, bésame mucho. This is the part where I make up. Como si fuera esta noche la última vez. It's kind of not right. Bésame.
Hey, but you have a good accent, Kat.
Thank you very much. Bésame mucho, que tengo miedo. I don't know what the lyrics are. I make it up.
Okay, what was your favorite episode of the whole show?
That's a hard one. I would say my favorite episode, you're going to answer this question too. My favorite episode was probably, I mean, it's so easy to say the finale because it's just like everything kind of culminates at the very end. But I don't know what number it was, but the scene that I loved shooting was, I remember being very pregnant, was with Eddie. And I was eating the cake. We were having this argument, and Eddie was dealing with his breakup with Summer. Mm-hmm. And I joined in at the end. Like, I didn't love that scene just because of the cake. Okay, I mean, that was definitely a plus. But I loved the dialogue in that scene. It was a real back and forth. It was the last scene we shot. It was just a great moment in the show where you could kind of see that there was like a little bit of a spark between my character and Eddie's character, Bo. So I liked that sort of foreshadowing.
Yeah. Definitely for season 2, right?
For season 2, we're keeping our fingers crossed. Go ahead. Can you think of a favorite for you?
Yeah, I think my favorite is episode 9, where I was like sick and I had to talk in that dumb little accent. Yeah. And I got to sing in Spanish too, actually, which was fun.
That's right, you did.
But I know I just loved it because it was like a challenge to have to do that like sick accent, because it's hard to talk like you're sick when you're not. You know? Right,
and the script was like everything was sort of phonetically written out for you, just how to do it. I remember thinking like, oh, I'm so glad I don't have to act.
I'm not gonna eat my soup.
I'm not gonna eat my And you did it amazingly well.
Thank you. It was fun.
Accents.
Speaking of accents,
who had the hardest time getting the accent down?
Oh, who would you think had the hardest time? I would say, I mean, this is kind of, we're like gonna be, are we talking behind their back now? Well, first of all, they're children, right?
Yeah.
And you play a child, but you're not a child anymore.
Facts.
You still look like you're about 15 years old, but
yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah, you just stay looking. I have to use a filter to look like I'm a child. Just keep it pulled back, you know what I'm saying?
You look great, Kat.
Well, thank you. I can thank Agnes, the filter, for this. Agnes, the filter lady. I actually know who this girl is. She created a filter. She lives in London.
Wow, cool.
But I didn't struggle with the accent as much because I did a show on Broadway called Waitress, and my character already had a pretty Southern accent. It was a little bit softer and not as high pitched as my character Bailey. As you see the episodes go on, my accent gets a little bit thicker and a little bit higher pitched, and but I had a head start with that. I would say, did such a good job is our little Chloe.
She did a great job.
I mean, her real name is Piper in real life. She did she's our littlest, youngest one, and she did such an amazing job with that accent.
She
killed it.
Yeah,
but everyone had to work kind of. For the first few weeks, I had to work pretty hard. Yeah,
we had to work pretty hard. And I mean, for me, like, I grew up in Georgia, so I kind of knew the accent. I grew up around it, so it was pretty easy.
Yeah, you did it. It was easy for you too. We can say Eddie struggled the most. He's next live. He struggled the most.
That guy, dude. That guy.
Were there any deleted scenes that didn't make the cut that you wanted?
Yes, there were deleted scenes, and as I was rambling at the very beginning, before I had you go live, Ricardo, I wasn't fully explaining it, but. The pilot, the first episode, actually started with me. It started a couple different ways, but in the short version of the story, it started with me driving in the car, and I was crying hysterically, and I was singing "Crazy, I'm crazy for feeling so lonely," because that's what's on the radio. And then she gets frustrated, she starts crying. She changes the song on the radio, the station. And it's turns into the Kelly Clarkson song, "What doesn't kill you makes you strong." And she thinks she's talking to God, and God is sending her a message, and she's feeling good about her new breakup and that she's going to be okay. And then the car goes like this, and it stops right in front of this ranch. And that's how the pilot originally kind of started. Wilma, you back here? I hear my dog. My little blind and deaf dog. Poor thing is really running into walls these days. But anyway, that's the deleted scene. I don't really know why Karen, she's on here, why they ended up not going with that. Like Netflix just wanted to get straight to the point. Oh, somebody said country comfort is like, what did they say? Is the sound of music meets Reba and it's everything. Yeah, that's what we like to hear.
That's what we love to hear.
What was the most difficult for you? Most difficult scene for you guys to do?
What was the most difficult scene for you to do? For you personally?
Oh.
I know what mine was.
Well, you go first and I'll think about it.
You can think about it.
Yeah.
The most difficult one was, I think, is episode, well, I never know the numbers, but it was with me and Chloe, the little character Chloe, the youngest girl Piper. And I think it was one of the second episodes we shot.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the second or third episode. And it was that whole episode where I took the little girl to the bar, took Chloe to the bar. And I was really struggling with the guitar in the case, and it was just, there was so much dialogue. That was probably the most dialogue I had. And Chloe Piper did an amazing job. But she's so little, you know, and she had a lot to remember too. So it was just that particular scene with the guitar and the mama's guitar being stolen, and the guitar was there, the guitar wasn't there. It was just very, it was a little complicated. Yeah.
Yeah. That's definitely a hard scene. Yeah, I thought, you know, honestly, going back to episode 9 with the accent, but like, I think the hardest one, I mean, I don't know. I felt like most scenes in the show I was able to get, but the one that I think was more of a challenge was definitely the sick voice, but also singing in Spanish with the sick voice. And then because also remember like it wasn't working, the timing with the track or whatever.
Right.
So I ended up singing it live, which was really cool, but.
Oh, it was so much better.
And it worked out. It worked out really well. So
yeah,
but it was definitely, I was like kind of nervous at that moment because I was like, oh man, am I gonna be able to get this live? Luckily, I practiced it. So
yeah.
Hey,
so I noticed you have a lot of followers on your Instagram account, like a lot of followers. Where did you get all these followers? Is this from your Malibu beach days? Was this where it comes from?
Actually, it comes from my Nickelodeon days back on my Nickelodeon show called School of Rock. So a lot of the peeps in the comments will probably remember me from School of Rock, but definitely School of Rock and Malibu Rescue, I think.
Wow.
Sure.
And how many seasons did you do Malibu Rescue for?
Malibu Rescue, so we did a movie, and then we did an 8-episode series, and then we did another movie. Wow. So yeah, that was one of my favorite.
And do you feel like your fans digging our new show?
Yeah, they love it. They love it. So
awesome.
We need a season 2, right? Why don't you guys write in the comments season 2, por favor?
Ooh, I like that. Tag Netflix.
What do you love about Bailey and Tuck the most?
Well, it's a slightly inappropriate. Tuck just, can't help himself.
Tuck,
you guys should know this about Ricardo. He is the nicest, most polite, ethical, moral guy you could possibly meet. He's just such a sweet, he loves his fiance,
Yes.
And it's so funny, right? As a character, you get to play this guy who's just like, really digging himself, loves his guns, loves to wear tight shirts.
He loves those tight shirts for sure.
Makes inappropriate comments. So how does that feel to play something so opposite from yourself?
I mean, it's definitely interesting because it's like you said, it's almost the opposite of who I am in real life. But it's cool because I think that's the beauty of being an actor, getting to play a character that you're not. But it's fun. It's really fun. I think he's just a funny character. He's definitely a lot of comedic relief moments. And like you said, it's a funny relationship between Tuck and Kat for sure.
Yeah, Tuck is harmless, but he just
he's crushing. He's crushing hard,
That's right. And when he crushes, he doesn't hold back.
He does not hold back
on anybody he's crushing on, right?
No, not at all.
What would you say was your most embarrassing moment during filming?
Embarrassing moment.
Embarrassing moment? Well, I embarrass myself every day, so you can clearly see that as I try to get onto a live. I have no idea what I'm doing. And didn't even show up on time. How about that?
Man, I can't even, let me try to think. Embarrassing moment. I feel like luckily I didn't have any embarrassing moments that I can think of. Or maybe there are some and I just blocked it out of my head.
Yeah, I always block things out of my head.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next question.
What was the funniest moment that you had acting in the show?
Well, I was very funny. Every moment was funny. I mean, I got big laughs all the time. They never had to do retakes because, look, season 2, people were saying season 2, por favor. I love it.
Yes, guys, we love it.
My funniest moment, I feel like my funniest moment was when we actually had audience members, right? Like that was the only bummer. We were so grateful to come back because we just felt like, thank God we get to come back to finish this great show that we love. But the thing I missed, I won't speak for you, I just really missed the live shows because there's just such an energy to it.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get so hyped like right before, and you're like, oh, here we go, and then it's like the energy, like you can see it in the scenes actually.
Yeah, we had to really rely on Karen and the other writers to give us the energy behind the scenes, right? Because the audience gives you that naturally. Yeah. I liked seeing all these at Netflix season 2 Country Comfort. It's pretty great.
What was your audition process like?
My audition process? Oh, okay. This is fun. Oh, my baby's crying. Oh, I love it. Oh. My audition process was I went in on an audition just like anybody else. Wilma, what was your audition process, more importantly? Look at Wilma. Oh,
Hey, Wilma.
so
My audition process was, it was apparently what Karen had said was that she had already found the role for Tuck, right? But so because I did Netflix's Malibu Rescue, Brooke Kessler, she's the head of family,
right,
at Netflix. She was like, Karen, you gotta audition this kid. So I just got an audition through my manager. Like I didn't even know what was going on behind the scenes. But so I went and I prepared a song. I tried to get like the coolest song I could think on the guitar that had a lot of finger picking and stuff. So I show off the guitar skills. And I went and I prepared the scene. And I remember seeing Karen. I honestly I couldn't recognize her because the room was so dark. But I went in and it just went really well. I killed the scene, and I played the guitar and callback, and then actually it wasn't even a callback. It was just straight to the testing, which was awesome. So
right. So
that's where we met.
I went on a regular audition just like you, but I'd never had any experience with Netflix before, so they weren't paying much attention to me. And Karen had already seen somebody that she really liked for this role. They were, I think, pretty close to making an offer, and I came in and changed the whole thing. Really flipped it upside its head. And no, and then I had to go back, I think, for another audition, and then I finally came in to work with all the kids and the prospective children. You were one of them, and Jamie was one of them, but there were other kids that didn't make the cut. But that was kind of my my test. And then I was shooting a little part on another movie in Georgia, and I was in my trailer on a lunch break, and they called me and said that I got it. It was so cool. But what's funny is that I keep telling this story. I don't know what I was thinking, but I didn't know Netflix did sitcoms. I had no idea. I thought this was just like a single camera, regular comedy. It would take like 15 hours to shoot a day. And they called me and said, it's going to series. It's not just a pilot. I'm like, what? We're shooting 10 episodes. And it's not just a regular comedy. It's a sitcom. You're going to have a live audience every day. So my mind was like blown because I had no idea that I was entering this kind of a TV show.
Pleasant surprise, right?
Totally pleasant surprise. Something different that I'd never done before.
Mm-hmm. Hey, but you killed it. I felt like you were a natural. I mean, just judging from how we worked together, I thought you would have done a billion sitcoms.
Oh, thanks. I did a pilot once for NBC, I think it was, for a sitcom, but it wasn't, it didn't get picked up. So it was just it was like 2 weeks. But I think doing Broadway, I think having theater experience definitely, that helps a lot, right?
Yeah, definitely. I even remember like from my theater days back in high school, like it definitely helps. Yeah. Because the audience, you just like you said, it's the energy. You feed off the energy. Yeah.
Yeah.
What other country stars would you like to have on season 2?
Oh, well, it's funny. I was in Cabo did you hear what the question was? What other country stars would you like to have on here? So I was in Cabo for my birthday. We have a friend who has a place there, so they let us come, and I brought a couple friends. And our friend's boyfriend, he is Garth Brooks's manager. So it was kind of a running joke the entire couple days that we were in Cabo, because my husband kept trying to get me to play Bailey in real life. Karen said she wanted me for the role of Tuck, actually, originally, just so everyone
Oh,
knows.
perfect.
Originally, I was going for the role of Tuck.
And I actually was going for Bailey.
For Bailey.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But so anyway, back to my birthday weekend. Yeah, this great guy is a manager for Garth Brooks, and so the entire time I kept playing Bailey and trying to get him to manage me. Basically, like Bailey has no manager, right? So
Yeah.
Garth. So now in my head, I would love to have Garth Brooks as like a cameo. Wouldn't that be great?
That's awesome. That would be cool.
I mean, I would
think
take
for
any
me,
country star.
Florida Georgia Line or Josh Turner. Those are the guys I
Ooh,
like.
Josh.
Or,
I'm a big fan of Josh Turner.
Or Rascal Flatts. I mean, come on.
I know. Well, we did cover, for those of you who have not finished the show, and you should, we cover Rascal Flatts song in the final episode, and it's pretty great.
It's pretty awesome. It turned out pretty awesome. If you guys haven't seen Country Comfort, you need to watch it, and you need to watch it all the way through, guys, and then watch it again.
Because you're gonna enjoy it.
How much input do you get in the song choice?
None. We get zero input.
Zero.
Karen, who's watching. If we get a second season, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna have lots of input for Karen. I'm gonna say, "You sure you want to go with that song choice, Karen?" You know, they talk about, first season, all the actors are really nice. They're so kind.
Second season, it goes downhill.
Second season, everyone becomes a diva,
Yeah.
Karen knows that she's preparing for it. We don't get that much song choice, but Karen is pretty great. So I'm sure if we all had some sort of ideas, she'd be open to it. She's rolling her eyes right now.
But I mean, all the songs that we've done anyways have been awesome. So
they have been great.
I trust them with the song choices.
And we did an original song too. I think that was the one I sang. I sang it on the Kelly Clarkson show. That was fun.
What was the favorite song? What's your favorite song you covered?
My favorite song? Well, probably the God Bless the Broken Road was my favorite song that we covered. Also just because I loved when all of us sang together, and it was just that was a special moment. But I still, my favorite song is the original song that I sang, because it's fun to do a different song. I've been here before. I know to this town.
For sure.
I know you're a bad boy. I seen you hang around.
You know what song I actually liked a lot too? Boone's original song, To You.
That was a good song.
That was a good song, and he has such like a awesome. I don't know. I love his voice.
Baby, you do. Baby, you don't. Da, 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 da. Maren Morse would be a great addition on my little cameo. We've got to if we're gonna get a second season, we've got to really blow it out and have lots of cameos.
Oh yeah. I mean, Leanne Rimes was awesome too, though.
Well, Leanne Rimes she kicked it off pretty amazing.
Yeah.
That was actually another one of the questions I was stating it. What was it like to work with Leanne freaking Rimes?
Oh yeah, what was it like? Right? What was it like to work with Leanne freaking Rimes? Well, so I mean, I'm sure, Ricardo, you're a lot younger than I am, but I remember when Leanne became. I'm going to save some of this for when Eddie. Maybe Leanne will be in the background somewhere. She'll pop on for our live. I remember when Leanne hit the U.S. market as a beautiful young country artist, and I was a huge fan when she sang "Blue, oh so lonesome for you." I'll just keep going. Why can't you be blue over me? She was awesome, right? Like, I mean, she's. I think it would be great if we had her come back on for another episode.
Oh yeah, for sure. Maybe like somehow you get around her blocking you for some other crazy thing that you need.
Exactly. Yes, there's a line in the show where I mentioned how Leanne blocked me. We're no longer friends. That's pretty classic. I think that's a common Bailey trait. She just becomes a little bit too much for people.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Can you speak French, please?" I'm sorry, I don't know how to speak French.
Je ne sais pas parler français. That means I don't know how to speak French.
Oh, but I was gonna say, you speak French too? Jeez.
No.
I see a lot of Scorpion fans on here, and hashtag Scorpion. This is a show that I was on, too. Ricardo. For my Scorpion fans, I'm going to just address them because I think it's so nice that I have really really strong. I don't talk about Scorpion that much because it was like 4 years ago now that it's over, but people love it and they're super passionate about it, and they say hashtag save Scorpion, but I don't know. It's never coming back. I love all of you, but Scorpion is never coming back. It was on CBS. I had nothing to do with the departure of the show. It got canceled after 4 seasons. It was a really great run, and I'm sorry, I've got nothing else for you. It's there's no hope for it to come back. It's just the way it goes. It's so sad. Season 5, people are asking me.
You know what does have hope?
What does have hope is Country Comfort.
Country Comfort,
And that's
guys.
what brings us here today, folks.
Last question is,
Last
what
question.
would you like to see happen if the show gets picked up for the second season?
Okay, what would I like to see happen for season 2? Have you thought about this at all?
I mean, I would just love, for me personally, for Tuck's character, I love, because, you know, actually going back to that question about a scene that didn't make the cut, there was one scene in the season finale where I get to, like, I go off on Boone for abandoning you again. So we got to see, like,
Oh,
that.
they cut that?
Yeah, they cut that scene out
Aw.
because of time. And I thought, I really wanted that scene to be
Right.
in there. But I would love to see in season 2 definitely more of those deeper layers of Tuck instead of just the, you know, the cocky attitude, going for the girl all the time.
You want a little more depth to Tuck, is what you're
for
saying.
sure.
Yeah.
But
Well,
season 2, definitely that. I think that'll happen.
I think you'll get that. I think everyone will have a little bit more grit to them.
Yeah.
I know people are still writing about Scorpion. I will read some of these comments when I play this back, so I like reading the fan comments. It's important to read them. For me, I guess I love the rants. I love the Bailey rants, so we'll see more of that. But I think back to the question of who would you like to have guest on the show? I would just love to see more guests coming in and creating some more obstacles for Bailey, because you know obstacles are always going to be part of Bailey's life, right? That she just kind of,
for sure.
that's just kind of what she manifests. So I don't know, just maybe a little. We'll have Boone back for sure, right? Like he'll have to come back and create some problems, but you know, I don't know if she's gonna keep him around or what. But I would like to see more cameos from some great country artists, and I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
It'd totally be interesting.
Well, Ricardo, thank you for joining my live.
Thank you so much for having me, Kat.
And yeah, hopefully I'll be seeing you in less than a few months. Hopefully very soon.
For sure.
And I'm glad we got trying to keep the word out for our show.
Yes.
And
watch Country Comfort, guys.
I'm going to get Eddie to join me now.
Alrighty, take care.
Thanks,
Kat.
Ricardo.
Bye.
Take care. All right, guys. Now I'm going to look for Mr. Eddie Cyprian.
You still have 2 minutes before.
Right, I know, but he's probably on, so let's just see if he'll join now. I sent him a request, and so Mr. Eddie Cyprian is our male lead star of the show. He and I have never worked together, but we've known of each other for Country Comfort Food from Trevor. So we're just going to wait for Eddie for a few minutes before he joins. He plays Bo. Yeah, Bailey and Bo should get married. That probably would be a good little storyline, but maybe like 10 episodes from now, 10 seasons from now, I mean. Do you think he sees my...
I just texted him.
Okay. So Eddie is going to join us. I have no connection with country. Yeah, I don't have any. So I'm a girl who grew up in the Valley. I don't have any country in me at all, but except for that I love country music. And I definitely don't think I was the natural person unable to join. Let's try this again. I don't think I was the first person that would come to mind with, hold on guys. I'll get Eddie again. Because, you know, I have no country roots or anything like that. But again, like I said, I love country music. Hi, Eddie!
There we go.
How are you?
Hold on. I had to turn this up. Hi.
Hey, so should we do this in a country accent?
Well, if you want, I don't know. I think I forgot mine already.
I know, mine's a little rusty too.
That's it. Also, you sound all right.
I sound okay. So, you know, we're both basically LA Valley kids. Are you a Valley boy?
Yeah. Born and raised.
We're both. So how did we both end up on a show that takes place in Nashville, in the South? And well, it's because, it's called We're Actors,
That's right. Yes, exactly. I mean, look, there's very few of us that are born and raised actually here in the Valley that are in this industry.
When you meet in this industry, when you meet someone, they say, "Oh, where are you from?" And then you say, "I'm from the Valley, from here in Los Angeles." And the look on their face is like, "What? How are you? How are you?" Yeah. There are people who actually are born here and grow up here, and not as many. There's a lot of transplants here, but we are unusual.
Yes, very much so.
Eddie, welcome to the live. We're here to talk about all things country comfort.
Oh, good.
I'm getting better at this.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm getting better at this hosting thing. Tell us a little bit of where you are right now, Eddie.
Well, I'm not there yet. I'm leaving tomorrow, but we're not going to say where I'm going.
No, you only say where you've been, not where you are.
Of course, exactly. Yeah.
You're going
I just got back from my yearly physical.
Oh, how did that go?
That's all's fine. I'm happy to report I'm okay.
That sounds great. Well, you got the A-OK to do some traveling.
I did. I got the
Eddie's
A-OK.
gonna go to lay in the sun and just have a nice, enjoyable time. You just celebrated your 10-year anniversary with your lovely wife, who made an appearance on our show.
I did. I know. Yes, that was nice. And she wants to make another appearance on the show. It's what she's saying to me. So we'll see. She's not going to make an appearance on this show because she's not here right now.
Oh, darn! I thought you were on our live. That would have been great too.
No, yeah, my dog's here. But that's about it.
My dog. Well, Wilma's here.
Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I know?
Wilma's always around. Eddie, tell us a little bit about Wilma.
Well, Wilma, does not like to be left alone. Although I don't think Wilma can see, right?
Wilma can't see anymore.
Yeah.
Wilma's my dog.
Or hear really that well, right?
She can hardly hear, which is why she can bark her head off.
Yeah.
Because
but she knows. There she is. She senses when you're not in the room. Somehow she senses.
Yeah, and Eddie got to know that pretty well when he and I were sharing a wall. We were sharing dressing rooms, and I came up and you were very polite. I was like, "Oh, was she okay?" And you're like, "She was pretty much barking the entire time."
Yeah. She barks until you come back. But she's sweet.
She's getting better. She got better though. She got used to the space in her blindness.
Well, see, look, at least now, if we come back for a season 2, it might be a crying baby, I hear, instead.
That is true. It might be. So, you're just winning in all directions. Just froze. Yeah, you had a yapping dog, and now it's going to be a crying baby. Eddie, you're a big star. You could actually tell people to switch your dressing room. I'm sure it wouldn't be a big deal.
Oh, I did. Trust me. That was the first thing I did. It didn't work. I'm not that big of a star.
Okay. We have a couple questions for us. Hit us with it, Caesar.
Do you think there's something in the stars for Bailey and Bo?
What do you think about that?
I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, there possibly could be. I don't know why my phone keeps doing that. Sorry.
Looks good from here.
We will see. I mean, obviously, I think that they do have some sort of connection, as you can see.
Well, it starts to really progress towards the end, right?
Yeah, and then it kind of like solidifies a little bit at the last episode, which was nice. But we'll see. I have a feeling that maybe way down the road that there might be something.
Right. Which is, why we just need to pray for a second season. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know if what's going on here?
Well, you're just freezing a little bit, but I can still see you.
Oh, you can?
And hear you fine, yeah.
I'm frozen though.
It's probably the filter that I'm using. It's taking up all the Wi-Fi juice. It's very important, this filter that I'm using right now.
There we go. Now you're back. Or at least I'm back.
I just naturally have sparkles everywhere I go.
I was wondering. It's like I'm looking. Maybe that's what I'm trying to go. I want that filter. Where is it? And
yeah, you look great.
Now it's only yours.
I just had a baby. I need as many filters as I can get. I can, for the next year, I can blame everything on a baby, right?
On baby, yes.
Yeah, like, oh, I was late. Oh, I forgot. Oh, I didn't remember my lines. Oh, I can't fit into my pants. I got a good year of that, right?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'd say 7 months. A year. You're stretching it with a year, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I'll remember that when I can't fit into my pants a year from now.
Okay.
What was it What was your favorite scene to film together?
Well, I was on the live earlier with Ricardo, and I said that my favorite scene to shoot with you. Well, my favorite scene actually to shoot was one of the last scenes of the night. It was a Friday night, I think, and it was the scene where you're eating your cake. You're all upset about your relationship with Summer, and I truly loved that cake so much. It was wasn't it like a paleo cake or something like that? It was so good. I swear that's not the reason why I love that scene. I just loved the dialogue. The dialogue was really great back and forth. And yeah, I just thought it was like a new dimension between the two characters. There was like a little bit of a jealousy flirtation going on. So
yeah.
that scene,
no, I agree. I love that scene too. And I loved it at first because of the cake as well, because the cake was so good, like you said. But then we did it to like, I don't know, maybe 3-4 times. Yeah. And then by the end, it was no more cake.
You know, they let me bring home like a huge thing of that cake.
Really? Oh,
they let me bring home like a huge, and I was like, oh no, I don't need that. I'm not going to eat it. I think I've got about 10 to 15 pounds to lose, right, post baby, which hopefully won't take me a year to lose. But I would say a good 3 pounds of that is from that cake that night. I mean, I ate that cake all weekend long.
I couldn't eat cake for probably 6 months after that. I mean, that's how much cake. I mean, they made me stuff my face. I mean, big mouthful.
You were actually really eating the cake a lot.
I was really eating the cake. Yeah.
I just ate it at the end.
Yeah. See, they say never work with, kids, right? Or animals. And we have both of those on the show and they're fantastic. Right. I say never work with cake.
That's right.
Never. Because if you got to stuff your face with it every single take, it's not good.
I know. You had to eat a lot of cake. Yeah. Eddie, one of my favorite things that I learned about you, because, during the run of our season, we actually didn't really get to know each other that well. We were kind of just very professional, just doing our jobs, showing up, saying our lines, and we were always racing to the cars. We were always racing. Our cars are parked right next to each other. We were always racing to see who could get in their car first. And that was no indication of like us not enjoying the job. It was just, we're very busy people. And, right?
Well, look, we had other things we had to do.
Right.
And
so
and it's not very often you can go to work and then be done by 2 p.m. and go do those things.
And
you
go
got to take advantage of it.
Right. Yeah. So that was the beauty of this show. But one of my favorite things I learned about you is that you were, for the people who are watching, you were in a boy band. I'm never going to let this go, right? You were in a boy band like back in the day. I saw a picture of you recently of you and your lovely wife, Leanne, when you were probably in your boy band days.
Oh, yeah.
You got to tell me more about this. You got to tell people watching, you got to tell us more about this boy band.
This was like late 90s when boy bands were,
but
really big.
You sing? You can sing?
No, I can't sing. We all know I can't sing. That's why I'm not going to sing on the show. I mean, they're going to try. They're going to try. It's not going to work. It's not going to.
I think you're lying about that. I mean, listen, you're a beautiful man. So yes, the boy band thing, that goes perfectly with a very handsome man. But you had to have some singing talent. So
well, no, like back in the day, like Boys to Men, a lot of the boy bands had the one guy
that could sing really well.
No, that talks. The one guy that can sing really, really well always. Right. And then the one guy that talks, that, during the breakdown.
That was you.
Or the bridge, the music will
that
start
was
playing.
You? That was you?
I was the talker.
Oh, you were like,
baby, I miss you so much.
I love you so much.
I love you. I love, I love everything about you. Can we just, let's just make this work and make it happen. And then music swells. And then the real singer comes on and just slays it,
blows them away. You were like the talker.
That was the talker.
Did you have the shirt, like the white shirt with it open as well, with the wind blowing?
Oh yeah, always, yeah. And glistening, you always have to glisten a little bit.
Yeah. It was like a little bit hot, so you had the fan blowing.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Somebody asked, and it doesn't say in the show, but what's your favorite go-to karaoke song?
Yeah, do you have a favorite go-to karaoke song?
I don't know.
Come on, Eddie. I can see you with your whiskey.
You can see singing La Vida Loca or something like that?
Yeah.
That goes well with whiskey,
How about,
by the way.
She bang, she bang.
Yeah,
oh,
exactly.
Baby, when she moves, she moves.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have one. Because I can't sing. I would never get up there unless there was a lot of alcohol involved. You know, I'd get up there and do something. But other than
I'm
that,
still
I mean,
not convinced that
because,
you can't, that you don't sing at all, but we'll see about that because Karen, I know she's gonna have you break out. I hear my baby crying. I'm so sad.
What other Netflix shows do you watch?
Oh, what other Netflix shows do we watch? I mean, everything. What Netflix don't I watch?
yeah,
I saw a meme actually once during the pandemic that said, because you know, like all of that we had to do was like watch shows and stuff. So everyone was just staying home, and I saw a meme that said, "I finished Netflix."
oh right, yeah,
I watched everything.
yeah.
I don't know. What's the most recent thing I watched? Is that really? That's the kind
Ozark. Have you seen Ozark? That's really good.
Yeah, that's
really,
good.
really good. Yeah,
Very good.
That's
Very
something
different
else.
from Country Comfort.
Very, very different. You know, a lot of people are asking about season 2.
Yeah. Will there be a season 2?
Will there be a
Yeah,
season
will there
2?
be a season 2? You know?
Well, that's the big question. I mean, we've only had like 300 million people watch our show, but we still don't know if Country Comfort is going to
Yeah, it's a weird little algorithm. I know. Look, what we do know, right, Kat, is that they're going to make a decision probably in the next couple weeks.
Yeah.
Is what they said. They
We
wanted
want
to give
everyone to
they wanted to give it a month and kind of see how many people, you know, kind of
spread
found
the
it.
word.
Yeah, and you know, and truthfully though, you know what I love about the show when I first read it, it was like, you know, how heartfelt it was, how real, and it was just so heartwarming. And I feel like every single person who has watched it
Loves it.
they love it. They feel the same way. It's a family show. Finally, they say a family show. We love it. We love everything about this show. We want another, you know, season. This and that.
That's the great thing is that younger people can watch it and older people can watch it too. It kind of is a very broad, a broad type of show.
And there's not, you know, look, that I don't know many shows where people can do that. You know, that the whole family can sit down and actually watch it together. And so, look, I know we're very excited to do a season 2 if we get that opportunity. But I think that we have to give it to the people now. They have to spread the word. You know, did you see what they did at the GameStop? Stock.
Oh yeah, the stock market.
Right? GameStop was, you know, nothing, and then the people got behind it and said, you know what, we're going to make a difference. And
so we're talking to the people.
So you got to give it to the people now. They got to, you know, it's up to them to spread these next 2 weeks are so vitally important. I think that if they spread the word and they get other people to watch watch all 10 episodes all the way through, get their friends to do it, their, you know, whoever. And the more people that watch these next, you know, 2 weeks, I think it's going to be an easy decision for Netflix, you know? Totally. So I think give it to the people, right, Kat?
Give it to the people. Ted Sarandos is actually a friend of my husband's, and this is a cool kind of omen that our first 24 hours that we debuted, which was like a month ago, we were number 5 or something in the U.S. So it was so cool. But he was just giving us a thumbs up and saying it was really great news that the show was already doing so well. So we just need, like, you know, a few more weeks to give it a push.
I think we need that final, I agree. I think we need that final little push, right? Yeah. These next couple weeks for people just to, you know.
Just to find it, because it's such a
no-brainer. Yeah, it really is.
Yeah. I have to pee. So I got to go soon. Let's ask one more question, because I can't hold my bladder anymore. I just had a baby. You see how that works? I just blame everything on having a baby.
People want you to talk about what it was like working with me on Freaking Rhymes.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I want to talk to you about. This is the question that we get asked all the time, you especially. But what was it like working with Leanne Freaking Rhymes?
It was amazing, obviously, right? Yeah, we, you know, what was great is that happened basically when we came back from, you know, being shut down. And so we weren't able to have anybody come to set, like nobody. Like you couldn't have your husband come. I couldn't have Leanne come. Nope, they were like very strict with protocol.
And we went from such a high too of like having live audiences, and so many people could come on Friday nights, and it was like a big party every Friday night to shoot, right?
Yep, exactly. It was the best. It's the best. That type of atmosphere is just, you know, you can't really match it. It's so fun. And so, you know, when we came back, I told Leanne, I said, sorry, you know, baby, you can't come to set. I'm not allowing you to come to set. I go, the only way you're gonna be able to come to set if you were in the show. And so then Karen calls, goes, hey, is there any way you think Leanne would want to do something? And I was like, yeah, I think she would. And there you go.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun to have her there, for sure.
Yeah, it was fun I've always been a fan, and so it was totally cool for all of us to have. And she's so great. She's She's
Yeah.
your wife, so
Yeah.
you think she's great, but she was really cool. And I thought it was a great first kind of, and there was a great line in the episode about, you say, you look just like my late wife, right?
Right, exactly. I know. I thought that was great. Very clever, Karen. Very clever.
Very clever.
Or I don't know. Was that Peter? I forgot who wrote that episode. I forgot.
I don't
who
remember.
wrote that
I don't
one.
remember much.
Very clever, nonetheless.
Yeah.
She had a good time.
This was great going live with you. Thanks for joining. And
Yes.
we'll be doing this again. Everyone keeps asking, what are you drinking, Eddie? Are you drinking something?
Oh, it's a something called Lagunitas. It's like I don't know what they call it. It's not alcohol.
Oh,
It's
I think
like,
people were thinking you were like really starting.
It's called a hoppy refresher. No, it's a little too. I mean, it's not 4 o'clock. Well, it's 4 o'clock somewhere. Right? Yeah.
Well, I'm not drunk, but I feel drunk. So.
You're drunk with urine right now.
I
Is
am.
what you're drunk
I
with.
am,
Yeah.
and lack of sleep, but that's okay. It's all again. See, you're just gonna blame everything on this poor little guy.
There you go. Very good. Well, you know what? Then I think we should leave this to the people to go do their work.
Leave this to the people.
And let's get a
Someone
season
said
2,
save this
people.
live. We're definitely gonna save this live.
Yeah.
Watch the show. Spread the word. Talk
Thank
to
you
soon,
guys
Eddie.
all for watching, and thank you
meantime,
guys all for enjoying the show. You know, all of those comments and everything.
Yeah, we really appreciate it.
them. Yeah.
Tag Netflix. Bye.
Peace.
Wait.
And no.